One concept that's been running around in my mind over the last month or so has been this idea of growing up or maturing your style. And the way I see it, we all go through a constant maturation and evolution in regards to our personal style, tastes, interests. Just our whole being is always constantly evolving and changing and maturing. But for today's video, I want to talk about 5 surefire ways to help you grow up your style. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Drew. What it do? It's nice to meet you. Let's talk about how I can help you grow up your style.
I'm gonna need black, 42 long, and nothing touches this body but pure silk. And get my partner something from the kids department.
One of the easiest ways to mature your style, whether you're a man or a woman, is to introduce collared tops to your wardrobe. It doesn't really matter what genre of fashion that you like to partake in. A collared top in almost every situation signals maturity and thoughtfulness. Collared shirting has been around since the 15th century and is one of the most timeless aspects of fashion in existence. I think the timelessness and the way that collared shirts accentuate kind of your neck and your head area combined together, those two elements are what helps make them look so mature and more grown up. Let's take a look at a couple examples so you see exactly what I mean. Alright, outfit number 1 is Bella Hadid. A lot of both men and women recognize her as being a very stylish individual, and I would agree. This outfit is tailored much more towards the summer, but to me gives off a very edgy and very bold look. Same goes for this outfit by Jacob Elordi. While both of these outfits look great within their own right, they are inarguably more casual than grown up and mature. Contrasted with these two outfits by Jacob and Bella respectively, you can see how much a collared top adds to the maturity and sophistication of the outfit. Don't get it twisted, I'm not saying that the first set of outfits are better or worse than the second set of outfits. If you love wearing casual, bold items of clothing 24/7, then by all means do that. That's fantastic. I think that's really cool. You have a lot of confidence in your outfit, in your styling. Wear those clothes all the time if you can. But most of us have to move through different situations within our lives where we have to grow up our style. For my own life, I think about moments where I met my girlfriend's parents for the first time. I also think of situations like having an important business meeting that requires me to be a bit more formal than my selvage denim and cropped t-shirt. Or you just want to separate your style from what the younger version of yourself used to wear in the past. Another 2 great examples that I love to use are Emma Chamberlain and Tyler the Creator. I know I talk about these two a lot on the channel, but I love their style evolution and maturation. For example, Emma has had one of the most interesting style metamorphoses that I've ever seen in my life. From her very casual, very youthful high school outfits to being decorated in some of the most high-end, noteworthy brands on the planet. And Tyler, on the other hand, from being the poster boy of mid-2010s streetwear and Supreme to now being the poster boy for cardigans, loafers, and just a more mature and kind of grown-up look that he's going with now. To me, it's so interesting to acknowledge that age typically denotes a level of maturity, and that maturity can be reflected in the style maturation of an individual if you look closely. To conclude, introduce more collared tops to your wardrobe. Number 2, stay with more classic silhouettes and motifs. Trendy fashion typically isn't mature fashion. That's why it's a little bit important to understand what's trending at the moment. For example, of these 2 skirts, let me know which one you think feels more grown up. Option 1 or option 2. What about these style of pants? Option 1 or option 2. The more traditional of a silhouette that you wear, the more mature your outfit will look. And by traditional, I just mean clothing that's accepted in most situations. Trousers that are straight or tapered, tops that aren't too revealing, jeans that don't have an excess of holes or paint. There is again nothing wrong with these articles of clothing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't wear these if you enjoy these things. In fact, like I had mentioned before, there's probably a scenario in which you can still wear a lot of these elements But if you do it correctly, and what I mean by doing it correctly, if you implement a certain level of attention to detail, you can probably still wear holes, have more revealing tops, have paint splatters, these kind of things, and still look mature within the subcategorical genre that you're trying to fit your style into. But in this video, I'm talking more to a broader audience rather than like a very niche specific subgenre within fashion. And the idea with going to the most modest forms of style can also be applied to makeup, general decorum, and hairstyles. Now, if this at all seems a bit too boring for you, if you're like, damn, Drew, okay, I can't wear anything like that represents my personal style. Hold off a minute. Hold on. I've got a few ways for you to keep your personal style intact. I can't remember exactly where I heard this from, but I absolutely loved it. Number 3, use accessories as a way to be more expressive. Personal style and fashion is all about playing with constraints and personal interests. If you love the dyed hair look, or if you love dyeing your hair, but you want to make sure that you can still get a job, dye your hair tastefully, of course. Still wear your collared shirt to work, make sure you look presentable, make sure you're on time, make sure you take care of yourself, but let your accessories be one of the markers to your more expressive side. Whether that's the bag you carry with you, your jewelry, eyewear, scarves, necklaces, anything that can add just a little bit of personality to the more mature look that you have to go for or that you're going for in the current moment is a great way to let your personal interest and personal style shine through even while looking very mature and grown up. This is something that I'm still working on for myself. I think accessories are just one of the biggest unlocks for an individual who wants to improve their personal style, whether that means you want it to be more mature or you just want to improve it altogether. Accessories are just so underrated and so good. They're the detailed aspect of an outfit that, for me, really show me if someone cares about fashion, really show me if someone is going above and beyond with their creativity. Number 3, use accessories as a way to be expressive. Let's get a word in for today's sponsor, Squarespace. Are you interested in making your very own website for a brand or creative project? Squarespace offers a comprehensive amount of features to make the website that you've always dreamed of. If you want to sell your products direct to consumer, or if you just want to display your body of work, Squarespace makes it easy to do that and more. Currently, I'm using my Squarespace website as a hub for all of my content and all of my social media platforms. And if you needed a sign to help nudge you into creating your first website, this is your sign. Visit squarespace.com/DrewJoyner for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. It isn't a Drew Joyner video unless I talk about the importance of understanding your proper sizing. One of the easiest ways for your style to feel a bit more mature and grown up is to actually wear clothing that fits you properly. It's easier said than done, trust me. I know, I've been doing this for a little bit here and I still struggle myself. What's a size large from one brand isn't a size large from another, which is both frustrating, annoying, and wastes money for no reason. Who wants to waste money? No one wants to waste money. Now, the best way to know if something fits properly is to obviously try it on. But we all know the solution of just go try it on isn't as easy as it sounds, especially if you live in a town or a city that just doesn't carry the brands or the products or the sizing conventions that are tailored towards your body type, which leaves a lot of people with only one option, which is buying things online. The World Wide Web, gotta love it. Here's how to make sure your clothes fit you properly. First, take a tape measure and measure all of the important dimensions for fit. That includes waist, inseam, arm length, chest, bust, all that stuff. And if you want to measure, your pinky toe, you can measure that too for shoes. It's a joke, by the way. And when you do go buy something online, or you decide to buy something online, reference the sizing chart, not the sizing convention of the product. Meaning, don't just buy large or medium or 00 or size 4. Look at the sizing chart and see, okay, on the sizing chart, it says that the inseam is 33 inches. I measured myself the other day. My inseam is 36 inches. Okay, this probably isn't going to fit me down my leg. It might fit me on my waist, but it's going to come up very short. And unless I want that fit, then I probably should look for a different pair of pants from a different brand, or reach out to the brand and ask if they have a pair of pants that fit a 36-inch inseam, or I don't know how many centimeters that is, but you can do the conversion. Looking at the chart is a better bet for buying a particular product. And hopefully that should offer you a better system to just more consistently find things that fit you properly, and you'll know quicker that, okay, this fits, this doesn't fit, this maybe fits. I probably should try this on. Do they have a return policy? Can I return these? And you kind of get into this flow of, okay, if I'm going to be purchasing clothing, then I should know exactly if it's going to fit or not. And if it doesn't fit or if it won't fit, I shouldn't even look at it, because you'll be wasting your time and your money and your energy. And one of the biggest things about maturity is, as you mature, typically you gain more confidence. I feel like I've gained more confidence over the years. And one of the ways that you can get confidence, you can acquire confidence, is to make sure your clothes fit you properly. If you look good, you feel good. It's an old aphorism: look good, feel good. There's one in sports I used to hear all the time: if you look good, you play good. If you play good, you get paid good. If you get paid good, then you live good. Confidence and maturity typically go hand in hand. And to be really candid, guys, I didn't really do this until about 1.5 years ago, honestly, for myself. So I am still in the process of learning about making sure things fit me properly. But what I found and what I've been successful with is matching up measurements with sizing charts, not just going for sizes that I see on a standardized sizing system. I'd also say one last note that's been a game changer for me in terms of just making sure things fit me properly is just to go to a tailor or a cobbler or a professional seamstress or seamster that can make sure your clothes fit you properly. If you really love a garment and you're like, damn, I love this piece of clothing, I don't want any other fabric, I don't want any other brand, I love what they're doing, they're sustainable, yada yada yada, but they're just too big in the waist. A lot of times a trained professional, a tailor, can help you out with that very, very easily. If you have a pair of jeans that fit too big, take them to the tailor. If you have a loose button on a jacket, take it to the tailor. If your leather shoes or leather loafers are falling apart, take them to a cobbler. These type of people can work wonders on not only just the fact that they can fix your clothes, but on your confidence. When you put something on that's been tailor-made for you, and we're not talking about spending hundreds of dollars for tailoring things. If you have one pair of good pants that you love, like, I've been talking about Japanese denim a lot. If you have one pair of Japanese denim, oh man, they're a little bit too big, or they're a little bit too small, or whatever it may be. If they're too small, don't buy them. But if they're a little bit too big, I take them to the tailor, and then boom, just like that, you have a pair of pants that you can wear for years that will fit you perfectly. If you just do a little bit of slight maintenance on them, it works wonders, trust me. All right, number 5, wear more subdued colors. Color is one of the most fascinating subliminal aspects of human communication. We all get that red means angry, or if you have a red face, maybe you have a crush on someone. We all know that blackness or darkness means mystery or intrigue of some sort. Orange means energy of some sort. But what do these colors signify in fashion? Subdued colors often lend themselves to feeling more mature and grown up. What comes to mind first for me are like colors such as like a simple gray, creams like what I'm wearing right now, understated charcoal, brown, black colors. These kind of colors they just feel more grown up. And this doesn't mean you shouldn't wear colors at all. You definitely should still wear colors if you love color. I think a pop of color done tastefully, always the word tastefully, when it's done tastefully with some of these more subdued colors, it really helps to emphasize a particular aspect of the outfit, and it still looks really mature and grown up. Right now, as we're heading towards the fall, some of the colors that come to mind for me are brown, red, olive, some hues of blue. I just love blue myself. I really love blue. As you can see, we got blue in the background. In reality, most colors live on a spectrum, and on one end of the spectrum, there's going to be the more ultraviolet highlighter version of that color, and on the other end, there's going to be a more subdued, muted, matte version of that color. And just go for those more matted, subdued versions. And I think overall, if you want to dress more mature, if you want to dress more grown up, those are the colors that are going to signal that level of maturity that you're trying to grab onto. Introduce color tops to your wardrobe. Stay with more classic silhouettes and motifs. Use accessories to be expressive. Understand the importance of sizing. And last, wear more subdued colors. If you implement just one of these ideas, I guarantee your style will feel more mature and grown up. If you implement all 5, then you set yourself up for going down the path of understanding the basics of just fashion and improving your style altogether. And for those of you who stayed to the end of this video, here is a bonus tip that the others won't have any idea about. This is a secret between me and you, or you and I. Me and you? You and I. Use a shoehorn to put your shoes on. I just started doing this about a month ago. I had never had a shoehorn in my life, but wow. The maturity that has flooded through my brain after using this extra long shoehorn that just looks very extra and is very fun every time I put my foot into my shoe. Like it makes putting on your shoes, instead of like, oh damn, I gotta put my shoes on, like I gotta do this and this. No. The shoehorn makes it a breeze. And this long one, like I'm in New York City now, like this thing is perfect. Just in case someone wants to try to come up, like I got a weapon, like I could use it any time with this shoehorn. Just smacking folks with the shoehorn while I'm walking down the New York City streets. If you're curious, this is the Zomaki shoehorn from Amazon. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. And as always, I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity in 2023. So that means I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity to you from me. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day. Abianto. Peace. Yo, what is good post vid? I got this insane microphone right here that I'm talking into that probably would look really, really weird. Here's a fist bump for the one time. Bah! Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Here's the second one. Bah! I appreciate you so very much for staying to the end, as always. Right now, the setup is what it is. This is not like final version at all. I will not be holding this microphone unless you guys like this. Like, does this look cool? Like, do I look good here with the microphone holding it like this? I don't know. Anyways, post vid question of the day is, leave hashtag PVV when you answer this. Have you ever used, or do you use, a shoehorn? Like, do you guys use shoehorns? Is that like, have you ever seen that, or do you use that? I know, Lauren, it was not new to shoehorns, but I really hadn't used them that much. For basketball, we never used them, that kind of thing. But I just got into it and I love it, man. But yeah, I'm looking at the New York City out there. It's like the lighting is changing like crazy. I can't believe I'm in New York, guys. It's crazy. Let's see you guys in the next video, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.